the next item ng ating pong agenda for the day, we have invited the GPNP, Police General Romel Marbil, but unfortunately wala siya today. He will be represented by Police Brigadier General Jean Pajardo. And I think you have a opening remarks for the GPNP. Yes, okay. Ma'am, you are recognized, please.
Unang-una sir ay pinapaabot po ng ating GPNP yung kanyang paumanhin sa hindi po niya pagdalo ngayong araw dahil kailangan po niyang bumiyahe po sa Mindanao para personal pong bisitahin yung dalawang pulis po natin na nabarel nung nakakaang Biyernes po during a bypass operation at puntahan po yung burol ng dalawa pa pong pulis natin na napatay in the said operation po. So I'm here in my capacity as the PNP spokesperson and I will be representing po our chief PNP. So good morning to our Honorable Chairperson Dan Fernandez, esteemed members of the Committee on Public Order and Safety, distinguished guests, fellow resource person, please allow me to read the prepared opening statement of the Chief PNP Police General Romel Francisco Marbil, and I quote, "I'm here today on behalf of the Philippine National Police to address critical issues concerning the personnel who were profoundly affected in the line of duty during the previous administration's drug campaign. The men and women of the PNP have consistently placed their lives at risk to uphold the law and ensure public safety. It is our duty to provide them with the necessary support and protection, particularly for those who have made the ultimate sacrifice. From July 2016 to June 2022, numerous officers face criminal charges as a direct consequence of their involvement in anti-illegal drugs operation. Unfortunately, some officers were dismissed from service. Others were sanctioned for various reasons, and many sustained injuries and even lost their lives during these risky missions. During the height of the anti-drug campaign, police officers implicated in anti-drug operations were made to believe that they will be given amnesty or pardon along with assurances of government support. However, no official documentation substantiates the fulfillment of these commitments in a way that adequately address their needs. This lack of action has left many police officers without hope, facing the aftermath of the campaign without the necessary support that they were led to believe would be provided. Through the PNP Legal Assistance Program, we extended support to PNP personnel facing charges from 2017 to 2022. However, the extent of legal assistance provided was insufficient in the light of number of personnel who face service-related cases stemming from the anti-illegal drugs campaign. Unfortunately, some officers opted to leave the service or go on absence without leave rather than confront these legal challenges. The situation underscores the urgent need for reform and systemic support for our police officers. They are not immune to the consequences of their action, and like all citizens, they deserve to be treated with fairness and dignity. As we work towards a more balanced and humane approach to law enforcement, we must acknowledge the sacrifices made by our personnel and ensure they have the necessary support to carry out their duties without fear of unjust repercussions. We are grateful for the committee's attention to these matters, and we look forward to collaborating with this esteemed chamber to find solutions that will guarantee our police officers receive the support they need and the justice they deserve. Thank you very much and good morning to everyone. End of quote. Maraming salamat po, sir.
Maraming salamat po, Police Brigadier General Jean Pajardo. At siguro, we'll be also giving opportunity to General Constancio T. Chinayog Jr. Meron po kayong opening remarks, sir? Sige, go ahead, please.
None, sir, none.
Are you going to present something or a brief statement? Go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Indeed, sir, this is to confirm that based on our records, we have a lot of police officers, 1,286 were affected in the line of duty from July 2016 to June 2022. And if I may give some specific details, sir, 312 indeed lost their lives while 974 were injured. That makes up the 1,286. And for the anti-illegal drugs operations alone, a total of 234 PNP uniformed personnel were affected. Specifically, 47 uniformed personnel were killed during war on drug operations, while 187 were wounded. So, goes to show, sir, that during the previous administration, it's an evidence that many police careers were sacrificed, many police lives were lost.
Thank you, General Chinayog, no? And indeed, nakita natin that hindi lamang po pala yung mga kababayan natin ang mga nabibiktima. And of course, yung ating pong mga members ng ating pong PNP organization were also affected by this war on drugs. And basically, makita po natin yung mga involved dito. We have to categorize them as well. We need to validate and of course makita po natin kung talagang may involvement sila or biktima ba talaga sila. Can you kindly tell us, General Chinayog, out of those na may kaso na 234, sinabi, meron kang binanggit na 234, di ba? Na involved sila doon sa kaso ng war on drugs. Yung 234 ongoing yung kanilang case or na-dismiss na to?
No, sir. The 234 figure is made up of the ito yung killed. Yes, and 47 are killed and 187 were wounded, sir. So that
987 wounded.
187, sir. 187 po.
Di ba 1,286 yung total ng wounded and killed?
Opo, sir.
So meron tayong 214 na nakasuhan, di ba? Based on the pronouncement of the chief PNP, 1,286. Am I correct?
Tama po, sir.
Okay. So ang nakasuhan naman po, ang na-dismiss naman ay 214.
No, sir, no. The dismiss personnel due to illegal drugs cases is 221, sir.
221.
Opo, sir.
So hindi pa natin nakakategorize kung they were kasi kailangan natin malaman dito kung sino mga talagang biktima lang, no? Dahil dun sa wrong alleged wrong orders, no? Dahil nga nakakalito yung order during that time, di ba? Were you already validated this, ano? Because may pronouncement din si General Marbil nung August 14, 2024 at sinasabi niya dito that our anti-illegal drugs campaign is not only effective but also aligned with the principle of justice and human rights. So, bali sinasabi niya dito that a new memorandum circular will be issued nung August pa to, ha. And I was reading the statement of the chief PNP na sinasabi niya that they were going to issue another memorandum circular. Nakapag-issue na ba ng memorandum circular ang ating chief? Ito, nakalagay dito para at least you will understand. The panel will be led by the Office of the PNP Deputy Chief for Operation Lieutenant General Michael John Dubria, while the members will be composed of representatives from the PNP Directorates for Operations, Investigation, Intelligence, and Community Relations, Internal Affairs Service, and Human Rights Office. So, nagkaroon na ba ng memorandum circular about this involving the Human Rights Office?
We have a representative from the Directorate for Operations who can
Sige,
explain that.
please. Sir.
Your Honor, good morning. From the Directorate for Operations, Police Colonel Reynel Balones,
Yes,
the
Colonel.
Chief Law Enforcement Division. Sir, for the information of the body, we had finalized the campaign plan, the new PNP Anti-Illegal Drugs Campaign Plan 2024-2028. We are just doing a due diligence on this campaign plan, and all our units were made to submit their comments, final comments. Actually, it's in the final comments. It is part of the 3 comments that we are seeking in finalizing this campaign plan. The campaign plan contains the value for human dignity, human rights. Primordial concern is human rights, and in our implementation of this campaign plan.
Okay,
Mr. Sir.
Colonel Balones, kasi dito sa inilunsad nating campaign nung nakaraang administrasyon, pumapatak dito kasi that the first issued that was launched was the Oplan Tokhang, correct?
Yes, sir.
After ng Oplan Tokhang, itinigil yon temporarily, di ba? Noong 2017, and it was relaunched. Sa relaunching nito, lumabas yung Oplan Tokhang, Oplan Double Barrel, di ba? Reloaded.
Yes, sir.
Sinama dito yung high value target.
Yes, sir.
And yung last version nito ay yung double barrel final version. Am I
Yes, sir.
correct?
Yes, sir.
So, will you agree with me that noong 2016 na nilaunch to, it was stopped? Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
So, nung tinigil yung Oplan Tokhang, kasi ang sinasabi dito, there was a not in line with the existing laws. So, pwede ba nating sabihin sa committee na to that there were laws that was violated during the Oplan Tokhang because it was stopped precisely to be aligned with the existing law?
So to the chair, sir, Your Honor, the mention there was not a violation of law, but rather there was no national policy on Tokhang. That was because PADS was not in existence yet. The
So,
Philippine Anti-Drug Strategy.
so kung walang policy on Oplan Tokhang, why was it implemented in the first place?
It was the pronouncement of the president that they implemented through our CPNP then to implement double barrel.
Okay. So, sige, i-recognize ko muna natin si Congressman Plato.
Thank you.
Before we ask the yung mga naging victims ng nung war on drugs on the side of the policemen. Sige, go ahead.
Thank you,
Congressman
Mr.
Plato.
Chair, our dear colleagues and our esteemed guests. Magandang umaga po. Mr. Chair, with the total of 1,286 personnel of the PNP who were affected in the line of duty by the war on drugs of the Duterte administration, are these 1,286 police officers who are actually needing support regardless on the nature of your involvement? There are reports that some PNP personnel are allegedly involved. They are involved too in drug trade and other illegal activities, more so in extrajudicial killings. How can we reconcile our support with these allegations, Mr. Chair? For a definitive answer regarding whether the affected personnel include those allegedly involved in the drug trade, it would require specific statements or clarifications from General Marbil, the PNP, or the PNP regarding your stance on PNP personnel facing allegations of misconduct. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Siguro kay ano na lang yan, General Jean Pajardo.
Mr. Chair, to answer the question, sir, of our honorable Congressman, sir, yung pong binabanggit po natin na provisions po ng legal assistance is referring lang po ito dun sa service-related charges po. If a certain police officer will be charged for a certain offense because of his own doing, meaning not in the actual performance of his duty, this is not covered doon po sa pinupush po natin na legal assistance po. So doon po sa sinasabi po, sir, na 1,286 na figures po, these are the wounded and killed PNP personnel who participated during the anti-illegal drugs operation po, sir.
Okay, so Congressman Charon, you want to ask something?
Yes, after the chairman's pass.
Okay. Siguro ano muna natin yung mga victims, ano? Andito yung mga biktima, ano? Members, siguro let's recognize muna sila. Yung mga wounded in police operations, we have invited them as well para at least malaman po natin ano yung mga ibinigay na tulong, no? Support sa mga wounded kasi lumalabas dito meron tayong how many wounded? Oh yes, oo. So ilan yung wounded? 900.
974, sir.
Yun, 974 wounded. So si PMS Jose Petras III, andito po si sir, you are recognized to give your side of story. Go ahead.
Good morning, Mr. Chair, and good morning, sir, ma'am. I am Police Executive Master Sergeant Jose I. Petras III from Santa Barbara Police Station, Pangasinan PPO, Police Regional Office 1. Sir, ma'am, during the bypass operations on January 29, 2017, it was a legitimate bypass operation with coordination to the PDEA. I was assigned to be the arresting officer together with the pusher buyer and a confidential informant. After the transaction, I was to arrest the suspect, and I identified myself to be a police officer, but the suspect suddenly stabbed me on my right chest, sir. After that, I was brought to hospital in Dagupan City, and after the documentations of the bypass operations, I received a financial assistance, sir, Mr. Chair.
So yung financial assistance mo nanggaling sa police?
Sir, it was deposited in my ATM, so I assume that it came from the PNP, sir.
Yun yung account mo ng PNP?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you were helped by the PNP organization?
Yes, sir, because the documents I submitted to the PNP, sir. And subsequently, the financial assistance was deposited in my ATM, sir, Mr. Chair.
If I may, magkano yung natulong sa'yo?
I received 100,000, sir.
Okay. So saan ang tama mo?
On my upper lip chest, sir, Mr. Chair.
Malapit sa puso?
Yes, sir.
Alright. So how many months ka, ano?
The attending physician, sir, give me a 30 days recovery period, sir, Mr. Chair.
So 30 days ka nasa hospital?
No, sir, I requested to recover in my home, sir, because I cannot bear the environment inside the hospital, sir.
At during that operation, yung na-apprehend nyo ba yung suspect or napatay din?
It was arrested, Mr. Chair, during the follow-up hot pursuit, sir.
So walang namatay sa kanila?
No, sir. They were incarcerated after the filing of the case, sir. The appropriate case, violations of RA 916 and a assault of agent of person of authority, sir. That were the two cases that were filed against the suspect, sir.
Okay. So thank you so much, Sergeant, no?
Police Executive Master Sergeant Petras, sir.
Executive Master Sergeant Jose Petras. Wala ka na ibang sasabihin?
That's all, Mr. Chair. Thank you.